guys, welcome to Video Game Corner. This is Just Another Gamers Podcast, Episode 2. Sorry it took so long. I'm Jason.
And I'm Cody.
And today we are going to... It's not going to be a long episode, but we're going to talk about some cool stuff. Cody came over today. I did a video earlier. It's April Fool's Day, so... April Fools, we're not making a video. Just kidding. Ha ha ha.
Just kidding, it's not going to be short.
It's not going to be super short. We're gonna. It's not gonna be as long as usual. That's what she said. Anyway, so Cody came over today. We've been talking about getting together, and he came over, so here we are. And I've been playing Bloodborne for the last week, and I really enjoy the game. And I don't want to do a review right here. I am working on an actual review of the game. I'm playing through some of the Chalice dungeons, and I need to play some PvP and just try to get a full experience. So I don't want to say too much, but Cody tried it out. We made up a quick character, and we made a steampunk version of Cody, and we went ahead and he tried it out. So what do you think?
Yeah, I liked it. It's a little bit, it's the same kind of, I mean, it's probably the Souls games, same kind of engine, but it's a whole different world. It's, like you said, steampunk kind of to it.
And you've played demons in Dark Souls, some of them. You know, not the whole game.
This seems a little bit more user-friendly to me, a little bit more that you can kind of grab it and go.
Really?
It feels like it to me. Maybe I just think that because I played the other games before.
It's hard for me because I've put 4,000 hours into the other three games combined over the last year and a half or whatever. And I think what it is I had to unlearn the combat.
Right.
Because you hear a lot of people out there, oh, it's just a reskin of Dark Souls, and it's not.
It's different. It's way different.
It looks different, of course. They're all going to look different. It's still stamina-based action RPG. The healing's are different. The items different. You can only hold so many items. Of course, the story is going to be different every game. It always is. But that's not what people are talking about when they say a reskin. They think it's just the same combat. It took me hours to adjust to the combat. And you're talking about a guy who's put in thousands of hours into the Souls games. I mean, they're second nature to me. This YouTuber named Vadi Vidya, who does a Dark Souls channel, he's one of the bigger Dark Souls guys. He said in his video, your muscle memory is going to be challenged that you're so used to for the last 6 years since Demon Souls that this game's going to challenge your muscle memory and it's going to screw you up.
It's hard for me to realize it's been out 6 years. It's a long
It's actually technically 7 because Demon Souls actually came out in 2008.
Wow. I remember playing it when it first came out. It's crazy.
Because it actually came out in 2008 in Japan, 2009 here in the West. So here's the thing. In the last 6 years, we were so used to playing the game a certain way. Me, I've only been playing it for the last couple years, but I play it almost every day. And even if it's just a little bit, I mean, even if I'm playing another game, usually late at night, I'll turn on some Souls and play a little bit because it's my comfort zone as far as games. I mean, we all have our game that we love to just keep playing.
Right.
And mine are the 3 Souls games, and now the 4 Souls games. And Bloodborne is a Souls game. It is enough of a Souls game, except they're called Blood Echoes. So it's a little different. I mean, the wording is just wording. You can call it whatever you want. You can just say experience points. Doesn't matter. Because that's basically what it is. Every time you kill something, you get experience points for whatever.
Right, level up.
Yeah, you level up, you buy things. Same purpose. But that's the thing. The combat is so different because you got the roll and then you got the strafe or the dash, because that was throwing you off.
Yeah,
as I was watching.
I picked it up pretty quick though.
You started to, yeah. I think with practice, you might, because you haven't played as much as I do and you don't play as often as I do.
Right.
You might actually pick it up because you don't have to unlearn.
Sure.
It's the unlearning.
You don't have a whole different strategy in mind, or I haven't worked it into a rhythm, what I do.
Right. When I play a Souls game, I know exactly what I'm doing, how I'm going to level up, everything. But I'll tell you, the first experience is always the best one, and playing Bloodborne the first time. And the second time was almost like a first experience, because there's probably about a fourth of the game I missed. So I have the secondary character, and I'm playing the Chalice dungeons, which are these optional dungeons, and they're kind of randomized. It depends how you put in the stuff, and you can kind of randomize them. And they're really neat. And some of the stuff in there you find, it's very cookie cutter like the other dungeons, but you're going to get that because it's not they're not as designed as much as like the levels in the game, and and all that. That's done really well with all the there's hidden areas. There's also, it's cool. I mean, you played it for 10 minutes and you were like, I like this.
Yeah, no, I really liked it. There's a little bit. I like the guns in it. That adds a little different dynamic to it. It's more to set up, just like you said, a parry. But they're pretty cool. I like it.
They become more powerful later in the game. Like I showed you the cannon.
So it becomes more of just an actual weapon instead of just a lead into a move.
You have to really invest level it up. Upgrade it and put the points into blunt tinge is what it's called, to upgrade your weapon.
Yeah, his guy has like a huge cannon on it, like his whole arm.
But the thing is, you can only hold 20 bullets.
Right.
And that cannon, when you shoot it once, it takes 10 bullets. So you can shoot it twice, and you got to go find bullets in the level or work back to the main area, and then it resets the level anyway. It's one of those things where you use it as a last resort. Or because if you're getting swarmed with enemies, you pull it out and blast, and it kind of just takes out a bunch of enemies. And then if you're lucky, they're all dead. But if they take like half their health, all you do is piss them off. You better hope you have another 10 bullets. But you have to use experience. You also have a torch you can use. There's like enemies later in the game that are
enemies
really
have
tough.
Torches. The enemies will come up to you and burn you.
Yeah, they're cool. I remember I was playing. There's these enemies later in the game. And I was using my axe, and I'm beating the crap out of them, and they're just, I'm nickel and diming their health, right? Then I was like, ow, he just stepped on my foot, but I'll live. Or will I? Sorry, Jason. No. Move your fat foot, Jason, something. Isn't he an asshole?
Yeah, sometimes.
So anyway, I take out my little stupid torch. And I just start, and when you use the torch, you just use L2 and it just goes like that. It's like a stabbing effect with the torch. I'm hitting this enemy and I take him out in 3 hits and I'm all, that's cool. Because the enemy's like, they're weak to fire. And I was like, how silly is that? You don't even expect it. Because you're sitting there, you're fighting this enemy and it's attacking you and you're using this fully upgraded axe. And this is a late game. So all the enemies are tough. And I'm using this fully upgraded axe, and I'm just like using all my moves, and I'm moving around, and it's taking like 9 hits to kill this thing, and then I hit him 3 times, and it stuns him every time. He goes, and he drops dead, and it was funny. But anyway, this is it's an exclusive on the PS4. I'm sure a lot of you know it. For some of you may not. It's not on PC. It's not on Xbox One. It's not going to be. It wasn't ported to the older consoles, to the 360 and the PS3. And it's on the PS4. And I've had my PS4. I don't know if you know this. I've had my PS4 exactly a year today.
Wow! I can't believe it's been that long.
Yeah, it seems like I just got it, right? Here's the thing. Last year, I wake up April 1st, and I look at my bank statement, and I notice that the whole Obamacare stuff kicked in last year. And so the government, because I'm on disability, and I was paying $100 a month, $104 a month for insurance, for Medicare. They refunded me the first 3 months, January, February, March. So I had $300. And then my wife, she had her tax return, and I said, hey, I got $300 just given back to me. Can I buy a PS4 and, use a little bit, use like $200 so I can buy a game and everything out of the tax return? She says, yeah, we can afford it, go ahead, while I have the chance. Because, when you're poor like me and you live on, disability, of course, you work and you're probably poor too. It's one of those things. Yeah, it's one of those things where when you have the money, you better get it because you don't know if you're going to have it when you want it. Because I really wanted to play Lords of the Fallen in September, and I wasn't sure if I was going to have to wait. So I went ahead, I bought it, And then my wife sends me a text. There's a Rally's over there by the GameStop, burgers.
Checkers for you guys on the East Coast.
Is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
And she says, hey, go to Rally's and pick me up a burger. And I said, okay. So I come home, and she worked until like 12:30, and Freddie took me. So I went and got the PS4, and I got a Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. And I get home, and I said, hey, Freddie, I got an idea. Since I realized it was April Fool's later. And I said to her, and she kept saying, oh man, I can have the PS3 in my room now. And she's like, I'm so glad we're getting this. And she's all for it. And I said, this is really weird, because usually she doesn't care that much. And I was like, well, I'm still going to be using the PS3 a lot. I mean, but I want to get another one eventually, which I did this year, this tax return. But, and I did put the old PS3 in our room for her to watch TV. But, I go in and I say, here's your Rallies. And I said, oh, April Fools, I didn't really get a PS4. And she says, I knew it. That's why I was going along with it so much. And I'm like, oh, really, huh?
Oh, because I did buy a PS4.
I said, guess what? And I walked in and I said, and she's like, oh, crap, I thought I got you. She didn't care I bought it. She was all, she didn't care. She
I was hoping she'd be mad.
She's like, I was just all for it. That's why I wanted the PS3 in here. That's why I was trying to just play along. And I was telling, her friend at work, I was like, he's trying to get me. And so she had to go and say, yeah, he did get it.
Huh.
So I did get it. But it's been pretty cool. The first, 6 months, I didn't use it very much. I use it for YouTube or Netflix every once in a while. It's not like now where I use it every day. I started, and then on, I have PlayStation Plus, so I get the free games. So I showed you my my older games I was getting, like Mercenary Kings or whatever it is.
Right.
And like Resogun. That's what they were giving you at first. But then as they started making game, the first game I remember that really caught my attention was Stick It to the Band. And it was a little indie game, and they made like cardboard backgrounds for the game. I mean, looks like they actually made them and then took a picture and used them as backgrounds in the game. But the game was really fun, and this guy, his character, he has like this thing that comes out of his arm, that comes out of his head, and it touches another character, and you can read their mind, and you can hear it on the speaker in the controller.
That's cool.
And the game was really fun. It was a real lighthearted game. It was real fun. I played it, and I played through most of it. It really sucked me in, and I had fun with the PS4. And it was nice to, with something different where you could hear it. And then the PT demo came out. But then they started putting out better games, more and more. And I have 30 games on there
30,
that are
35,
indie games. And then games that I've bought, like
they got
Outlast.
For free just by being a Plus member.
Yeah, just by being a Plus member. And then I got Injustice, Infamous First Light.
After I've been telling them to play Injustice for a year.
Yeah, but I got it for free.
Right.
I waited. And I had fun playing it.
Did you ever finish the story?
No, I gotta get back to it. I really like having Lobo.
Yeah, Lobo was cool too. He was a DLC character though, so he's not in the story.
Yeah, but they gave it to him. They gave it to you so you can just use him. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, and now I'm using it every day. And then Lords of the Fallen came out. Plus, I play games like Outlast. I really enjoyed, and then I got Whistleblower, which is the Outlast DLC. It's like another game.
How was Transcender?
Transistor, you mean?
Transistor, I'm sorry.
Transistor is fun. I've only played it a little bit, but it's fun. You have to sit there and pick all your different attacks. You freeze frame and you go and pick all your attacks, then let them play out. And you have to kind of do it that way, otherwise it's like an action,
almost like a turn-based system, but with an action.
It's an action RPG, but it has turn-based features. Yeah, It's pretty cool. I'll show you later. After we're done, we'll try it out. Games like Apotheon, I love on there. It's like a 2D Dark Souls style game. It's done like with
the Greek mythology.
The Greek mythology artwork, like you see on like pots and stuff and on walls. And that's what the whole game looks like, and it's cool. And you have like shields and different weapons, and there's story going on, and it's pretty fun. And and I got, and then I get indie games like the Game of Thrones game. I always get the PS4
version. Yeah, the Telltale
version.
game, loved it.
Loving that. Episode 3's out. I haven't played it yet. Also, I got Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil Revelations 2 recently. That alone is like, that game was fun. And that was in 60 frames per second. And it didn't have the greatest graphics, but I heard they made the game in like a year. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it took them
crazy.
like a year to make that game.
Wow, it's pretty impressive.
It's very straightforward, nothing too fancy. It's got a raid mode where you can kind of just go and do these missions and upgrade and level up your character and stuff. And
You gotta try out Towerfall. Towerfall's fun.
yeah, that's what you told me.
I've been playing it on the laptop for probably about a year, so I can't wait to see him play it on his PS4. It should be awesome.
Yeah. I just got Axiom Verge, which I'm going to be reviewing as soon as I've had some time with it. That came out yesterday. It's like a Metroid game. And even the music sounds Metroid-y. Or Super Turrican. That kind of game, too. We were playing around with that.
Yeah.
And
cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. But anyway,
Standard Metroid clone, which is fun.
yeah, it's funny how people are saying Metroidvania. I mean, it's like Metroidvania is a Castlevania game in a Metroid style. That's not Metroidvania. This is Metroid style.
I guess it'd be Metroidvania if it had like some vampires in it or
no,
something.
it'd be Metroidvania if it's a Castlevania game in a Metroid style.
Well, but I mean, if it wasn't Castlevania, let's say it had some vampires.
It'd still be a Metroid style game.
Yeah,
Vania has to do with Castlevania.
makes sense.
Because they were showing all the different reviews, and some people were saying Metroid, this is the Metroid of our generation, or finally the Metroid game we've been waiting for. And it feels like a Metroid game, and I'm fine. I'm fine that it's a clone. It's a cool game. So far. Yeah, we were playing that a little bit ago. What else did we play?
I think that was it. We played Bloodborne. That was pretty much it.
Yeah. So I was just showing him all the stuff, and I'm real happy with it. I use it every day for YouTube. I get a lot of deals on games. I got like for Child of Light, that little $15 RPG. I got that. I got Outlast I got that really cheap. Excuse me. And there's deals that I get just because I'm a PlayStation Plus member. And it's just really cool. I mean, I get a lot of good stuff. It happens all the time. Now that but like when I got it, nothing. I didn't know what really do. I was like, man, I really need some games. I didn't know what to do.
That's what we were kind of talking about. Until he got Bloodborne, it was kind of like, I mean, he had a bunch of really great indie games and stuff, but there was no big release until Bloodborne, really.
Right.
Lords of the Fallen, but...
Lords of the Fallen, it wasn't big, but
that wasn't
it was
one of the ones
all right.
you were like, oh, I can't wait till... I mean, you were excited, but you weren't like this.
Yeah, this is what I've been waiting for. I'm really excited for Dark Souls 2 in another week.
I forgot about that. It's coming to PS4.
That's going to be... Yeah.
That's cool.
I haven't even touched Dark Souls 2 in PS3 anymore.
I'm waiting for Arkham Knight. Once that comes out,
too.
They're going to do a bundle, and that's probably when I'm going to get my PS4. I'm hoping I can afford it. But
that'd be nice. Be cool if they put the bat symbol on the system.
That'd be awesome.
I would have loved.
I don't know if I know they're putting the game with it. I don't know if they're doing any kind of special system.
That would be cool. You have to do it yourself.
Yeah, decal, spray paint,
or carve it with a knife.
Tracer. Just trace a bat.
I've been wanting. I know I'll never get one because they're ridiculous. I want the PS4 that looks like the PS1.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was cool.
That is, yeah, but it's not worth it. I mean, they were charging like $500 on eBay for that thing.
I heard there are
crazy.
Thousands now.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's a lot of money.
I wanted there's the slime version for it was with Dragon Quest Heroes, I think, on the PS4, or the Japanese version. It was had the slime on it. It was silver. It looked really cool.
Oh, that's right. I saw that. Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.